The Lord is thy shepherd, I shall not want. Him maketh I lie down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water. Them. Him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea! Though I rasta go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil, for thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Uno prepare a table before right in the presence of our enemy them. Uno anointed I head with uno oil, me cup runneth over. Surely, goodness and mercy, I go follow I all the days of I Ivan. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God Jah. Where two centuries meet in the name of the Most High Jah. And that's so Jaja there. If Jaja never build up your house, the builder I go build it in vain. Same way, if Jaja never watch upon your house, the watchman I go watch it in vain. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it and them is safe. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Jah shall deliver him from all of them. And I give thanks. And I give thanks. And I give thanks. How ma uso bolisa? How ma uso bolisa? How ma uso bolisa? Adanu water. It was sick player for. This is the Black Pot, aka Kuku Shodemo, where we speak truth to power. And my name, Black Rasta. In every traditional African home, there is a black pot, and each time this black pot sits on the fire, there is something super sumptuous cooking. Yes, ingredients of so many different sizes, shapes, and of course, colors, and even aromas and flavors. Put aside all their differences and relocate into the black pot where they are subjected to some amount of heating, and then they produce food. Now, this food is most sumptuous and nutritious, and paradoxically, the ingredients and the black pot do not even partake in the enjoyment of eating the food. It is us, me and you, the eaters, who do that. Yet every time there is this selfless collaboration between the black pot and the ingredients, yet they do know that they will not be part of the eating. But the enjoyment is not only in the eating, but to sit back and get to know that your sweat is being enjoyed and keeping people alive. Oh, how many people would ever see that as a benefit and as a source of enjoyment? So many great heroes and heroines of the world will tell you that it's not about self, but it's about how many people enjoy from self. When Bob Marley was shot in Jamaica and he was sent all the way into exile, when he decided that he would return to Jamaica and play a peace concert for the people, he was asked, Bob Marley, are you sure that you would like to return to a country where you were shot and your life almost taken? He laughed and said, my life is not important to me now. My life is for the people, and it's the people that may I go to. Lord God have mercy. This is the man that you say will go to hell. This is the man that you said because he was not a Muslim, neither was he a Christian in the sense of those, he will go to hell. A man who said, my life is not important to me. My life is for the people. And it's the people me I got to. This is selflessness at its epitome. How many people would plant trees, knowing very well they would not live long enough to benefit from the shade and fruits of the trees? When you plant the mango seed and it grows into a mango tree, remember that it's not basically for the fruit alone, but the leaves and the shade that it may provide. This is the black pot. How many people would say, oh, let us eat it all today, for tomorrow we die. Now, did the die change the precon? How many people will sit back and say, even though I am investing in this. I know I will not live long enough to benefit from the fruits, but I'm bearing children. They would also bear children, and these children will come and see this as a legacy. Thanks to my grandfather, there's a huge tree in my house that we can sit under and rest. And when it bears fruits, anytime I pluck this fruit, I say, oh, grandfather, to you I give this glory. When he planted that tree, he didn't even live 2 years more, and he died. Today, that tree serves us. He knew that tree would not serve him. He was old enough. This is what we are trying to instill in our people, the people of this nation, Ghana and the whole of Africa, the continent. If we get to know this and uphold and embrace patriotism and generational thinking, Africa will be the best place on earth, better than the Garden of Eden. This is the Blakk Pot. And remember, we are live on YouTube. Our YouTube channel is called Blakk Empire Media, and Blakk is spelled B-L-A-K-K. Please click on the notification button after you have subscribed so that anytime we come on, you will be the first person to see us. At this juncture, I would like to thank everybody around the globe watching us right now. Increase the numbers. Share this broadcast. Send the link to so many friends and family. This is where we speak truth to power. I want to thank my professor all the way at the University of Central Missouri. And I want to say thank you so much, Professor Albion Mens. And to all the wonderful people around the globe, the continent of Africa, Asia, America, England, and the rest of the places, I want to say I salute you. Thank you so much. We never ever take your time for granted. This is where we speak truth to power. Nobody is bigger than the truth. And we are supported by EZIT. EZIT simply means in spirit, in truth. If your regular social media platform is giving you nothing but heartache and headaches, this is where you have to move on to. Latch on to EZIT. What can you do with EZIT? Now your regular social media platform is giving you nothing but racism, violence, nudity, and what have you. This is the positive platform in spirit, in truth. No negativity. Before anything negative even pops up, powerful algorithms sap out that, oh gosh, and then it's clean again. Download this from Google Play and App Store for free and latch on to EZIT. It's built by Ghanaian engineers in America. Another reason you should be supporting this app and be on the app. Hey, another good thing is this. What can't you do with EZIT? It's not about what you can do with EZIT. It's about what can't you do with EZIT. You can go live. You can also go extra lengths to make what? Audio and video calls. And then put out your videos and your pictures. And then you meet other positive-minded people. Oh my God. Push your brand. Push your business. Yes. Advertise yourself. This is easy. Make connections with family and friends. And let the memories stay lasting. This is the Blakk Pot. I am on EZIT. Are you on EZIT? And today we have a number of issues we want to look at. And they are coming hot on our heels. Number one, watch it. It says what? Boom! IGP fingered in police service confusion. They would always find an excuse. There was a leaked tape that said this man was too competent. And for that matter, he had to be removed. In Ghana, it is a curse to be loyal. It's a curse to be competent. It's a curse to want to work to the letter. People will say, oh, no. A bimukra change say. But Uncle Siaga, what is this thing that you are doing? Many more people came. They were all rushing like you, like new converts. Every now and then they are in the mosque. Every now and then they are in the church. But after a month or two, they slow down. That's what they told the IGP. But he kept on with the fire. And we saw and heard in a leaked tape. We saw a few shadows in the corners, staging a coup d'etat to remove the IGP. Ghanaians spoke against it. But somebody is trying to say that it is almost justified to want to have the IGP out in one way or the other. It's my very good friend, Paul Adum Ochre. He's a big Black Rasta fan. Sometimes we go at each other, not so brazenly, just topically. But yeah, we are masters of the game, He's a senior journalist just like me. You understand? Run the story. Watch it. It says, alleged confusion at the police service. IGP accused of keeping some retired officers at post. Come here. Watch me. Broadcaster Paul Adum Ochre has said that a source in the Ghana Police Service has alleged that the majority of the top hierarchy of the service, the commissioners of police, that's the COPs, are not happy with the management style of the Inspector General of Police, IGP, Dr. George Akuffo Dampare. According to him, the COPs are not happy because the IGP, who is a COP himself, that's the commander of police, right? Or commissioner of police himself, is exerting his influence where he should not. Adumochri, who made these remarks on his Good Evening Ghana program on July 13, 2023, said that one of the alleged actions the COPs are not happy with is Dr. Dampare using his power to keep some retired officers who are his friends at posts. They say that within the police service, all the COPs, 80-90% of them are not happy with the way Dr. Dampare is managing the police process. I don't know whether it is true or not, but these are matters that if they are true, if these are true, these are matters, well, if they are true, they are very serious for the nation, the country. I mean, you can have an IGP about whom many COPs disagree. And then the way things are applied, somebody goes on leave, he is age 54 or 60, another person is 60, he doesn't go. The report is given that the police officer, he is the deputy commander of the Greater Accra region, he is on the same turner with other people. He has to be retiring. He is not retiring because he is friends with Dampare. Other people who get to his threshold are asked to proceed on their terminal leave, he said. The broadcaster added that the allegations being made against the IGP are true. That if the allegations are true, then they are not good for the country. The police people have a certain sense of fairness and loyalty to their country, and we shouldn't disturb that. Any IGP who disturbs and jostles that process is creating problems, not just for the police force, but for the entire country. When the police are complaining about these things, it is a major problem, he said. He added that some police officers have allegedly threatened to vote in the upcoming elections because of the behavior of the IGP. They have threatened not to vote. That's what he said. So Paul Adum Ochre is a little puppet of Nana Akufo-Addo. We all know that. Let's put that aside. He said he will never criticize Nana Akufo-Addo publicly. After all, he can go to his house and sit with him and talk. Yet the man who paid his school fees when he was going to law school, he doesn't have access to him anymore. He can sit on TV and say everything about this man, Togbe Afede. With all respect, Paul, I appreciate this information that has come out. That, some people have reached retirement age and they are not going. Is that why they say that the IGP is competent? Therefore, he has to be removed and an incompetent party animal is brought in to replace him so he can help rig elections for your party? Is that a reason? You see, when we are talking patriotism, let's be very careful. If this is true, can we go into it? Now you have mentioned at least one name. Can we go into that and find out if it is true that there are some people there who have reached retirement age and are being kept there? But is it a crime to reach retirement age and be kept there? I know that in academia, there are some professors whose work cannot be replaced immediately. Therefore, when they even reach retirement age, they are asked to hang on for a year more or two or even beyond until they are able to replace them. True? Can that happen in the police service? Somebody reaches retirement age, but because of his expertise, we are unable to replace him immediately. And for that matter, he must stay at post. Have we gone into it? Could it be that some people are still staying in post because there are some key investigations that have to be handled before they leave? Could we also look into this and find out maybe there are some key pieces of information that these people are privy to, and for that matter, they need to be on for a certain period for a case to be closed before they can officially leave? These are all bordering on security. Can we get to know all these things? But, granted, come here, watch me. Listen, granted that the IGP has decided to keep some people in there who should have gone on retirement, and they are even his friends. Doesn't this sound like an excuse for the coup d'etat against the IGP to remove him? We know that your party is gone underground to be able to remove the IGP because he has lost favor with your corrupt party, your dirty party. Your party is no longer thinking about Ghana. This dirty party is only thinking about winning the next election. No wonder their biggest selling point is breaking the eight. Such goons in power. I am hurt. This guy here is a brilliant chap, brilliant chap. I really admire him. Honestly, I had asked him for an interview. He's interviewed me before, returned the favor. Come, let's sit down and have a small discussion, but he wouldn't do it because he says that, Blakk RASTA has attacked me several times, and for that matter, I am not coming. You come here. Watch me. He's a nice brother. I really love him. But, my brother, the IGP's life is at risk. People are coming at him with shenanigans and political underpinnings and undertones. The same way they did to Nkrumah, these dirty people in power. They went out against Nkrumah with bombs, literally. With bombs, they were not satisfied. They chased Nkrumah all the way into exile and tried to use CIA and other dirty mechanisms around Nkrumah to remove him. Today, Nkrumah is gone. All of a sudden, Nana Akufo-Addo has gone there, that he's building a monument for Nkrumah and refurbishing it. What a joker president. How can you be building Nkrumah's monument when you have cancelled his holiday in Ghana? His holiday, which is the easiest thing anybody could do. You have excavated it, removed it. Founders Day, you have decided to make it founders with the apostrophe after the S, that there are so many founders. How can you call your father and the rest of them founders when they were the bomb makers and the bomb throwers? Let's be sensible a little bit. So this party in power honestly does not have Ghana at heart. These are the people, my brother, my sister, who are causing a lot of Ghanaians to leave this country. The youth are running out of the country. They are supposed to be the future leaders. The old men who have lived in Canada for 47 years and over, they have also come here, and by some force, they have decided to renounce, albeit so late, their Canadian citizenship, and they want to run the country as well. Joker old men in power. Jackie Quayson, he's not even ashamed. He's still running to court and trying to quash whatever. Jokers in power. What is this? People are plotting against IGP because he's too honest. You want him to be a stooge of this party. IGP says, I will not. I will retire honorably. Yes, it's all about Ghana. All of a sudden, you are finding faults with him so that you can remove him like you remove the other EC boss, right? I don't trust these people. Dom Levo, they did the same thing to him. His crime was that he was too honest. According to Paul, he was a gossiping auditor general. He would be at the car park with Manasseh and the rest, gossiping. He was not doing anything. I remember he said, shame on you, Dom Levo. Same way, Paul, I will not use same words on you. But I think that this is bad timing. And if this is true, then it is worth investigating. Can we go into it? If it is true that IGP has kept some people because basically they are his friends, then I will lose interest in this IGP. Can we go into it? I would like to give everybody a chance. Is it true, Dampari, that you are keeping people in the police service who should have retired? Should I ask the last question before I go on this topic? Give me the photograph of Nana Akufo-Addo. Compare him to this man. Look at Nana Akufo-Addo. Old as he is, he has not retired yet. Can you believe that? He has not retired. He's retiring people who are 15 years younger than him, 20 years younger than him. He's retiring all of them. And the only reason is that he is not necessarily somebody whose age should be considered because he's the president. We chose him to come and be with us. So what is wrong with Dampari choosing another person saying that you are old, but I need you in the police service to continue working? If we chose the president to be there, what is the Constitution saying about people who have reached their retirement age? Should they go, or if we need them, we should keep them? You need to check that. Come here! This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kukushunumo. We are going to follow this issue. It's all about Ghana. Run the next one. Next story. Martin Amidu knows leak tape voice. One of the most useless special pretenders that we had in this country is this man sitting here. It's called Martin Amidu. Noise. People say he's an astute lawyer. He knows too much. But when we chose him and made him the very first special prosecutor, we realized that we had brought in a special pretender. He disgraced all of us. I remember when Atamil sacked him for not being able to stand his words and say that I said this and this is why I said that. We were told that he was rather begging, that he was wrong. Later he came out and said he never begged. When Atamil died, he went and wrote that if only Atamil had listened to him, he probably would have been alive. Am I right? This is the man. I've never seen a useless special pretender like this man. Why is Blakk Rasta saying that? We all saw him as a citizen vigilante. He had the longest koboko that he was going to use to whip all these people out of corruption. He came in there, he wanted air conditioners, jacuzzis and everything before he could work, we were told. At the end of the day, like a frog on heat, one hot afternoon, he ran out of his office and called Nana Akufo-Addo the mother serpent of corruption and ran away. You ran away from your own country. My God. If I were you, I would frustrate the government like the other guy did. The guy whose name I mentioned, Daniel Domlevo. He stayed there and refused to go. They forced him out and every Ghanaian realized that but you ran away. He was my client from 1980 all the way to 1982. Martin Amidu and Max Face behind leaked IGP tape. Seasoned lawyer and former special pretender Martin Alamisi Burns Kaiser Amidu has unmasked one of the faces behind the leaked tape plotting the removal of the Inspector General of Police, Dr. George Akufu-Dampari. Come here. Watch me. He indicated that the recent audio recording suspected to be a leaked tape that captured conversations on how to sack the Inspector General of Police is authentic and not fake. And he personally knows and recognizes the owners of the voices on the tape, where it was recorded, why it was recorded, and why it was leaked. Amidu is making this revelation at a time the minority in Parliament has called for forensic investigation to ascertain the authenticity of the tape suspected to be a conversation between a commissioner of police and some high-level members of the New Patriotic Party, NPP. Mr. Amidu, in a statement he uttered over the weekend, noted the 50 minutes plus leaked tape recording I listened to several times is authentic and not fake. One of the interlocutors was my client from 1980 to 1982 when I practiced law in the northern region, whose voice I cannot miss when I hear it. We all know that voice you're talking about. Especially that you're talking about the atheists in the northern region. Even we children, we know. I have been to his office, Accra office, on the Castle Road. We all know that place. And we know that. And know that while speaking to him, his mobile phone is always on. And he continues receiving phone calls, which interrupt whatever serious discussion one is having with him. By those incoming phone calls, the inexperienced are put at ease of the likelihood of being recorded. Hallelujah. 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 Dash! Kaya Jame. Listen. So all Martin Amidu is trying to say is that he knows how the tape was recorded. And he's described a man who we all know from the 80s in the northern region. It's Bugri Nabu that everybody's talking about. He's old. Quite old. Very nice man. I've met him. When I was going, he gave me money to buy bananas. He said, buy bananas. I couldn't give you bananas. I was shocked that I, a young, able body, the old man was rather giving me money. I had visited him. I should have given him money. But I know the tradition. In the north, the older people give to the younger ones. I was so touched. With all respect, Martin Amidu is saying that he represented him in the 80s. I believe that's the one he's talking about. And his office is also on the Castle Road. Ebe. On the Castle Road, we all know that. Should I tell you more? I'll keep it there. Hear me now. He's saying that when you're having a meeting with him, his phone is always on. Probably he made a call and he didn't end the call. And as the people were talking, somebody realized that, some people were planning something. And he recorded it on the other side. So it may not be the people sitting in the meeting who recorded it. But when God is about to kill you, he makes you mad first. Because God wanted it to come out. Somebody elsewhere recorded it. He just made a call. And boom. After they finished talking, according to what Alamisi Amidu is saying, he probably did not put off the phone. And the person on the other side of the line was listening. When he heard the shenanigans, he pressed record. Or maybe his phone automatically started recording from when he started talking. And today, we are privy to the dirty shenanigans of some politicians in power. So what is Martin Amidu actually saying? That he knows them, so he's going to hand them over to the police. Or again, he's going to call Nana Akufo-Addo, the mother serpent of all corruption, and go back and sit down and enjoy himself. But again, despite all these things I've said about Martin Amidu, he's not a man you can call corrupt. As the special pretender, there was no day he took a penny. Again, there has never been an occasion where corruption became part of his names. Never. I can give him credit for that. But may I question the reason for this long letter? He's a letter writer. Is it to say that I know them, so I'm bringing them to the police? Or if you want more information, come to me. Ghana first. Nobody's bigger than the truth. When we return, we will be speaking more. In the interim, send your comments coming in. We're going to read them and share the broadcasts. My name is Blakk RASTA. Hey! Wayo!
pot. Coco show them.
This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kuku Show them all. And here we speak truth to power. Nobody is bigger than the truth. I appreciate all the wonderful viewers. We appreciate you and we love you. Continue to share the broadcast. This message must reach everybody who can help with uplifting Ghana, who can help with uplifting Africa. And we are live. Next story. Watch me. Watch this. What does it say? Land guard business booms in Ghana. Land guard business booms in Ghana. Who is a land guard? Should I give you the characteristics? You only need to go into the gym, build your muscles. You don't need any education. You don't need any common sense. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying all land guards don't have common sense. All I'm saying that these are the characteristics. You need to go into the gym, build your muscles. Get some kind of courage. And then you don't need common sense. The government in power, show me the photograph of Nana Akufo-Addo. This president here is one of the worst presidents this country has ever had. And I'll keep saying it because nobody is bigger than the truth. It's all about Ghana. I'm going to give you 3 instances, 3 like this, 3 instances when this man used land guards to terrorize this nation. This man supervised over a group known as the Invisible Forces. How many of us remember? Invisible demons, I call them. A group of young men with bulging muscles and untold courage, not to lift Ghana and sacrifice for Ghana, but to fight for dirty politicians. A matter went to court. And whilst the court was sitting on this issue, this so-called invisible forces, supervised by the government of Nana Akufo-Addo as hoodlums around, broke into the court and took the person who was standing trial, captured him and ran away with him and freed him. Only in Ghana. A matter goes to court. Lawyers and judges and magistrates are all sitting there, including court bailiffs. Well-meaning people have come to sit down to listen to the trial. Invisible demons break into the court and free the victim. Take him away and say, what can you do? And police stood there with their guns. They couldn't fire. Nothing happened. It made people around the world laugh at us. They ridiculed us. They probably would have said that these guys are even more powerful than the police. One incident. Number 2. You remember when this man was coming for the second time, the number of people who were killed in election violence. We had land gas, aka government security, underground, grassroots security, firing shots. We killed 8 people or 9 people for nothing. No trial has ever happened. Should I tell you more? Something war gone. Elections here, by election. You remember the people who were sent there as police. COVID was not here yet. They were all wearing masks like ninjas. Do we all remember? Mask. For the first time in Ghana, at least since I got to know Ghana police, they were wearing masks and terrorizing people, firing shots by heart, no common sense. When an MP, we all remember that MP, don't we? Sam George, very, very strong, and he likes to speak his mind, youthful exuberance. I don't know how old he is, but I want to believe that I'm a couple of years older than him. Youthful exuberance. Came in with his bulky chest and was trying to confront and find out some truth. We heard a slap that sounded like a bomb in Hiroshima. Boff! Like the Titanic had exploded. In fact, I'm surprised that his jaw did not dislocate. I am surprised that his neck did not go on an axis of 360 degrees. You see how cartoons are. When you slap somebody, see they're like, I was surprised that that didn't happen to him. But later, he said when he went home, they had to use gallons of hot water and ointment to massage the veins around his neck, because he thought that if he didn't do that, he might suffer from goiter. Jesus have mercy. Slaps that can give you iodine deficiency. At our elections. And when we establish, listen attentively, the Emil Short commission to investigate this, we spent the taxpayers' money investigating this. And when we brought some of these unmasked men serving as police, they couldn't speak English. In a country where English is the lingua franca of the nation. How did you go to police school? What kind of training did you have? Were you trained in Twi or Hausa or what language? I would have wished so. But we live in a country where the lingua franca is English. How did you pass your police training? When they went to the Emil Short committee, or the commission, they sat down there and they had to be interpreters to interpret the English language into their languages, the Gbani, Hausa, and the rest. In fact, that exposed us to ridicule around the world. How did you train these people? They were asked if they were trained. Some of them said no. Yeah, they had some small training as to how to handle the gun. Did they teach you how to handle the gun? Yeah, 2 hours training. Land gas. They carried them to go and terrorize people. Today, Brian Echampo, who had a hand in this issue, the least said about him, the better. Watch the story. Land guard, the thriving, lucrative business, threatening Ghana's security. Dodo, the issue of land guards has sprung its head up in the media space in recent times. Although the stories that come up are mostly negative, persons involved in this business appear unbothered despite the several backlash. On Monday, July 17, 2023, the minority members of the Lands and Forestry Committee in Parliament accused the government of engaging the services of land guards to retrieve and protect government lands. The group said the chief director of the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, Professor Patrick Agbesinyale, said or made the revelation during a meeting with the committee. Professor Agbesinyale, according to the minority, claimed that even the police and military engage a land guard in reclaiming and protecting government lands at a fee, contrary to the Vigilantism and Related Offences Act. This Vigilantism blah blah act was brought in after the invisible demons thing came. In a quick rebuttal, the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources refuted the claims and said it has never contracted the services of land guards to protect some state lands. But the question is, who are land guards? Are their services legalized? And do their works affect Ghanaians? Ghana Web Business in this article unravels the operation of land guards and its effect on individuals and businesses. The Oxford Learners Dictionary defines a land guard as a member of an organized criminal group employed to protect land and property through the use of violence. Did I say more? With this explanation, it means that the operation of land guards are illegal in every country, and Ghana is no exception. Mostly, these land guards provide security for lands that are usually under ownership contention, litigated. Some individuals might have legitimacy, acquire the land, but do not mount any structure on it for some time. Sometimes clash with land guards who have taken over the property. That's it. That's it. A lot of our chiefs do that. They have stool lands. They bring land guards, terrorizing people. We all remember one of our friends who was shot and killed. He had gone into these chieftaincy things and land guards and all that, pam, 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 shot and killed. Are land guards important? Can we give them a certain kind of training so that their operations can be at least controlled and legitimized? That's the question I'm asking. Can we do that? Do we need them? Can we legitimize their works by bringing in some sort of serenity and order to their work? Can we try to control it? Because every legitimate thing must go under some control. Dash. When we return, we shall read your messages sent to us. It's the Blakk Pot. Hey! Wayo!
HUANG! Skipper George. Blakk Pot. Coco show, man.
This is the Blakk Pot, aka Coco Showman. Here we speak truth to the people. It's truth to power. Nobody is bigger than the truth. Remember that every time. It's all about our nation. Many people have laid down their lives to see this country prosper. My life is not important to me as long as it will help this nation grow. What is the essence of growing old and gathering all the years when your life is not able to better anything or anybody? It's useless. Right? You want to live 7 million years old, yet your life is not helping anything or anybody. That's a useless life. You are a wasted human being. But even if you live for 20 years, and you are able to make your life touch other lives, that is where the excitement should be. Hallelujah. Let your comments and messages flow. This is the Blakk Pot. Sharif Ibrahim says, on point. Amoli for Richard says, good evening, my mentor. It's yet another blessed day for me to learn wisdom from you. Blessed love, we continue to learn from each other. Karim Sadat Aduku says, good evening, Black Rasta. People in Boku are still fighting themselves over the mess their forefathers innocently caused, called the tribal fight. When will we have peace in our own country? This is a very thorny issue. I'm glad that the Asante has been brought in. May God bless the Asante. In fact, it's sad. It's the same brothers who are fighting. The Mamprusis and the Kusasis are from the same great-grandfather. They are not different. The same thing that happened in Yendi, Aburu Yele and Dan Yele, same grandfather. Same father. They take arms against each other. You see, when we start looking at personal benefits, when we should be looking at a bigger picture, this is what happens. I pray that the people of Boku, the Kusasis, the Mamprusis, and the rest of the groups will one day dance hand in hand and say, our brothers, we have fought for too long. Time now to come together and live as one. These labels are not important. If you cut off the head of a cucumber man, it's the same blood you will see when you cut off the head of a Dagobah man. The same people, the same line. We all come from the same source. Yet every time there's confusion in the north. I started to speak about some of these things, but when you speak here, then you touch this person, he gets angry, you touch this person. So I would just preach peace and equality and justice. Let's all come together. Pray that Asante is able to deal with this situation. It's making the northern region go backward. A beautiful area. The people of Boku have a curfew. They are not able to go out there and play music and have fun. They are not being able. And interestingly, Mampusis are getting married to Kusasis. Kusasis are getting married to, how's it called? Mampusis. They are intermarrying. And yet there's confusion. Well, to God be the glory. I pray that things get better soon. Yes. John Yinzorbil says this is the biggest Pan-African program ever in the world of Africa. Blakk, more grace upon you to keep up this great job you are offering Ghana, Africa, and the world at large. Hail up, Blakk. Blessed love, respect. God bless you and keep you. Chan Yinzorbil. And Nate Oko Aklebeto says, welcome everyone to the mid-week edition of the Blakk Pot. Kukushunamo. May the good Lord prolong your stay on Mother Earth, Blakk Rasta. I will only want a prolonged life if that life will touch people. I don't want a prolonged life if it will not help anybody. It's not about me. Guidance and protection. Petrina O2 says, greetings, Blakk. Thank you for all you do for the youth. Rewiring the mindset. Mustafa Watara said, reasoning. Yes, we are reasoning. Ajeduna says, good evening, Blakk. More fire. We love you. And Rap Thunder. This is the first time I'm seeing Rap Thunder. Thank you for joining us. We love you. Continue to share the broadcast. Legendary Blakk Rasta. I am watching you live from Tamale. I always love your program. May Allah bless you and keep you and give you long life. Blessed love, guidance, and protection to the people of Tamale. Keep the peace and keep the understanding. Nuh Muhammad Abdullah says, watching live, Patriot. Blessed love, blessed love. More comments coming in. Summit Starboy says, greetings, Blakk Rasta. I am really enjoying the show. Keep up the good work. Henyo Raphael says, keep the fire burning. Anas Duabil. All the way from Tongo. He says he's watching from Tongo. The narrative must change in our dear Ghana. Speaking truth to power is the hallmark of Blakk Rasta. Watching the show live from Tongo. Blessed love, Anas Duabil. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Bitter Bless says, hey, don't forget to share, like, and comment. This is the time you need to share your mind, and this will be read out. It means you have to write something. Blakk Rasta has really made things easy for us, the youth, to participate in patriotism. Blessed love. Sweet Smile says, time to speak truth to power as usual. My name is Abdul Rahman and I'm monitoring all the way from, where's that? Tamale? More fire. And Bitter Bless says, he says, so what happened when the government said this land guard thing should stop? Big question. Ask that again. You saw that act that came out. The interior and the security forces, are you doing something about it? Can't understand the kind of nation we have. Well, this is serious. This is serious. But we'll get there. We'll never despair. Next story. Keep your comments coming in. Watch me and share the broadcast. Come here. Think say you did wise. Mother goes naked over 2 sons killed by police. Run the story. This is the mother. She has removed her top. She's just about to pull down the black one and sit down and drag her bottom on the ground, calling Asasia to take action. Is she going to the police to seek justice? Same people who killed the 2 sons? or she's running to the court where invisible demons will come and free people. Law and order. Jesus have mercy. Wailing mother goes naked, cursing police over Botiano shootings that claim the 2 sons. Run the story. One of the mothers whose 2 sons were among the 5 who were tragically killed in an operation conducted by the police in Botiano has gone naked to rain curses on the security personnel for their act. According to a myjoyonline.com report, the incident which took place on June 8, 2023 had 5 young men losing their lives after the police suspected them to be land gas and engaged in a shootout with them while the police visited the area. The police claimed that these individuals had been terrorizing residents and landowners in Botiano and nearby communities. A month later, the families are still grieving their losses and seeking justice. They held a press conference today, July 17, 2023, and that's yesterday, to express their belief that their deceased relatives indicated that they were not involved in any illegal activities. Dressed in red and black attire, the townfolk gathered to protest the police actions by chanting war songs. Amidst the solemn atmosphere, some bereaved relatives shed tears, whilst the mother who had the 2 sons killed fell to the ground in tears and anguish. According to the report, she walked into a nearby waterway, bare-chested, with a bottle of alcohol in hand and some eggs. She invoked curses on her son's killers as she poured out the beverage and smashed the eggs on the ground. The police have confirmed the killing of suspects during the shootout in Botiano. According to their statement, the operation they undertook was aimed at targeting criminal elements involved in robbery and land guard activities that had caused fear and distress among residents and landowners in the area. They indicated that as the police team approached, the suspects opened fire from their hideout, prompting a retaliatory response. 5 suspects sustained fatal injuries and were pronounced dead at the hospital, while the remaining suspects managed to escape and are currently evading arrest. Watch me. You see, there are so many criminal activities in our country. There are no jobs. I'm not making any brief for any criminal activity. But you see, jai atitete no enjai whining. Kukru no jai ya kike no be jai. Osi baby aye kire aboa no. Oho na edin. My brother, criminal activities all over. Listen, a friend of mine was lying down in his room. He was so tired. Thieves were able to break into his room, stole his things. This guy was still sleeping, tired from so many days of work with no sleep. After that, they cooked food in his room, ate the food in his room. They couldn't finish eating all the food. And they woke up this guy and asked him if he wanted to eat the remainder of the food. And they did that at gunpoint. Wabre pa. It means wabre. Didi. Hey, guns pointing at you. Even if you are hungry, the hunger will go. Maybe you were coming to be. Didi. He forced himself to eat the bad cooking of these thieves. And after that, they said, Brian, they didn't want to leave him there, so he would raise the alarm. The other guy put his hands around him like they were friends. And there was a knife close to his liver. They went with him towards the bush and they said, go back. Now you can make noise. And they were gone. some of these terrible things, people struggling. Ye nyina ye bre adanti na wutwe mimi moja. Ye nyina na ye bre adanti na wutwe mimi moja. You know those who should be robbing? The people who are making it difficult for you. I am not making it difficult for you. The politicians, the dirty ones in the society who steal all the money yet they never go to jail. If you have anybody to blame, they are those you should go and blame. Again, two wrongs don't make a right. There's no way anybody should visit another person with harm because they visited them with harm. It hurts me. There's robbery going on. The police are doing their duty. My grandfather was a police. I know how police people, when police people are being shot, killed, it looks like it's normal. Look at the bullion attacks. Police people are killed. They are land gas. Now you go to an area and people start opening fire at the police. If you are not land gas, then what are you? Or are you saying the police people are lying? So would the police just walk into an area and start shooting and killing people because they are trigger happy? Please, let's bring common sense to play. I know Ghana police and Nigerian police can sometimes be silly. They can plant we on you so that they can take you to jail and take money from you. But in this case, let common sense come to play. I beg you. We know that they are your children, your sons, but sometimes what they do behind the scenes, some mothers and fathers are so irresponsible. They don't take care of their children well. Early in the morning, they call, Mommy, Gio and Grana, Juma, G, 200 Ghana, or better, Diane. I'm Bisanu says, Cado Conyano, na Kwame, Juma Ben Crana, who ye. Oh, Sammy Abrantie, Juma Bia, Juma, a Juma Bia, dear. Please, let's be a responsible people. If I mean to go deeper into this, we will not finish today. You think say day wise. Next story. Is it the final story? Ayere, ayetawe. Aisha Modi clashes with husband Abass Sariki. Oh Jesus, I wish I wasn't saying anything about this. Should I just stop? Because this is my sister and this is my brother. But nobody is bigger than the truth. It's all about Ghana. This Abass Sariki. Abass Sariki is a tough guy. Some people say he's a land guard. But he's gone beyond being land guard. He's a chief. He's a chief. That's why they call him Sariki. He's a Dagomba man. Why am I saying Dagomba? Because I come from that area. I grew up in that area. So there's a close relationship. I've spoken with him several times. Aisha Modi is also my sister. I've had the opportunity to pray with her before. I've had the opportunity to speak with her and run a few errands on her behalf for her. I love the two. So what should I say? What is the story? We're going to spend just 2 minutes on this. You begged me for 7 months to marry you. I met your family and your son lives with me. Aisha Modi fires back. Oh, so there was a first bullet. What was the bullet? Aisha Modi has shared her side of the story following Abass Sariki's latest outburst. Come here. Watch me. Abass Sariki in a recent development was captured in a viral video insisting that no romantic relationship whatsoever exists between him and Aisha Modi. The popular business tycoon, Kumsowutuom chief, outlined his stance following claims that he is married to the popular socialite. But this time around, in a fury approach. We have never been in a relationship. Aisha is a friend and a sister. She's not my wife. This issue makes my heart ache. I can't ever marry her, and it's time she took it out of her mind. Maybe she likes me. That's why she keeps mentioning my name. If she has feelings for me, she should keep it in her Bible and pray over it. And even God will never permit it. She should stop mentioning my name anyhow. If she is depressed, I am a mental man. Hey, tell her not to try me. Sarkodie has come in here. My God. Yo. Try me. When you see try me, you know what we talk. I need to focus on other important things. She keeps embarrassing me, mentioning my name anyhow. Abass fumed in an interview with Daily View GH. But in a sharp response, Aisha insists that she and Abass Sariki are romantically involved with each other. According to her, Abass approached her on the first day of meeting with a marriage proposal in a TikTok live. Aisha said it took her 6 to 7 months to accept Abass's marriage proposal. And this was because she felt it was too hasty. He took me to his mother and told her he intends to marry me. He took me to his first wife and did same. I asked him why he kept taking me around his family members when I had not even accepted his proposal. It took me 6 to 7 months to accept his proposal. And my birthday in 2020 was when when we started our love journey. He told me in Islam, any woman who is said to marry a man with wives must first appease his other wives. This is a right for that. I bought all the items needed and did exactly that. He didn't approach me with a dating proposal. He told me from day one that he wanted to marry me. Jesus. Sharing some details to buttress her points, she also claimed that she brought his son to live with her. He even brought his son to come and live with me. If you come to my house, I have pictures of him in my living room and vice versa. I have been to his hometown and I've been introduced to his mother's family as the woman he intends to marry. He came to see my family and we even set a date for the wedding ceremony and all that. She added. You see, Aisha, I would just like to share a word with you. I'm still going to call you, but this one will benefit so many other people. You see, your marriage is your personal issue. Take it off social media. In fact, your marriage with Abass was like a social media marriage. Every time. Enami kunu, Abass Sariki, or your hene, my warrior or hene, Abass Sariki, and things like that. Not every man wants his name out there. Abass is a very, very, very private person. Again, I'm still wondering why Abass Sariki kept so quiet all this while. Because Aisha did not say they were dating, she said they were married. Did they have any sexual intercourse? Aisha didn't mention that. She said he only proposed to marry her. Did the marriage happen? No. So how did he become the husband if the marriage had not been done? According to what I'm seeing. I love Aisha. She is full of energy. Abass is the one who would not want to come public. So two different people. Please keep your marital issues off social media. I don't want to go into detail. Your marriage with your husband is almost like making love in your bedroom. Keep it within the four corners of your room. The more you talk about your husband, the more you make other ladies jealous. They might come after your husband. Some will prepare with AK-47 when they are coming. Others will prepare with grenades. Others will bring anti-ballistic missiles. And some will bring weapons of mass destruction. I'm speaking in parables. Be careful. Unfortunately, today, the ladies that we have as our wives and girlfriends, if you don't post them one day, they are mad. And they want to post to me. Aisha, you are still a beautiful woman. If it's not happening this time, it doesn't mean it won't happen. You are pretty. I love you. And to Abass, let it die out quietly. Don't respond. Keep it cool. Get in contact with Aisha and let her understand that it's what it is. Just move on quietly. No noise. No need for noise. Men don't make noise. Dash. Let's go to China. There's somebody who says she can't speak Twi. Yet we're told that she could speak Twi like Ahimfie Krachi. Aisha HUANG can't speak Twi. Really? This is Aisha HUANG, the queen of Galamsey. Now the dirty politics in Ghana have made us forget her. Run the story. I can't speak Twi. Aisha HUANG tells court, sir. And HUANG, also known as Aisha HUANG, who is currently on trial for allegedly conducting mining operations, popularly known as Galamsey, without a license, has told the court that she is unable to speak Twi or understand the Twi language despite her long stay in the Ashanti region. This was contained in a newspaper report by the Ghanaian Times dated 18th July. That's today, 2023. According to the report, the suspect and a Chinese national who spoke through Ghanaian Chinese interpreter told the court presided over by Justice Lydia Osei-Mafu that she has a limited understanding of the English language as well. The suspect said these during cross-examination by the Director of Public Prosecution, DPP, Yvonne Atakura Obuobisa. The DPP suggested to the court that due to Aisha HUANG's extended stay in Kumasi and association with Golden Aisha Company Limited and Supermarket, she had become well known amongst the locals, enabling her to communicate with them in Twi, even in places like Bedoso. However, the suspect responded that she had never been to Biposo. Okay, that's Biposo. Spelling mistake. And had not conversed with anyone in Twi there. Please dash. You see, these Chinese people, they look alike. I don't want to go into this. Tamale Sports Stadium. Tamasco girls were going there when they were building the sports stadium. And they were getting pregnant. When the teachers of the school wanted to find out who impregnated them, they said, Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee. About 20 girls who were pregnant. Everyone said Mr. Lee. So all the Chinese men were called Mr. Lee. Or was it one man who impregnated all? And the girl said, Mr. Lee is short. Say, all of them are short. And he's smoking. All of them smoke. This other thing, I don't want to say it, but if you ask me, I'll say it. What is it? This thing is very, very small, like a pin. Like a pin. When they went to the stadium and brought out all the Chinese men, they numbered about 60, building the stadium. They all had Lee as their middle names. And they asked the girls, can you pick out which one of them impregnated you? They all looked alike. They couldn't. It's a true story. And when they inspected, all of them had the pin. All of them. Chinese condoms are smaller than Ghanaian condoms. Maybe they saw another HUANG, not Aisha HUANG. The Aisha HUANG I know, we were told that she spoke Twi fluently. The people she's been speaking Twi with, it's not difficult to find them. Invite them to the court. Dash. This is the woman Osafo Mafu said, jailing her will not bring money to Ghana. President said he couldn't understand why this woman was sent to China and she was able to find her way back. In a twist of events, we heard that she was even married to a Ghanaian man. Oh, Ghana. We know how to twist the law and fool ourselves. Come here! I'm about to go. I want to say thank you so much. I appreciate you and I love you. Yeah, the Black Pot. And we have some messages coming in. The things say you day wise. Come here. I love you. I appreciate you. Abass Sariki. Festus Mensah says, watching you live from New York City. They say City. You, the best speaker of truth to power. Thank you. God bless. Max Pro says, Samba and Bullet. Watching you from Germany. Love and respect to Samba and Bullet. Oblivious. Now, Olivius Winzy says, Black Rasta, I thank you for teaching me wisdom. I am a 28-year-old, but my 41-year-old sister always consoles me for my views. Oh my God. You bring tears in my eyes. Lovely. Max Pro says, dash it. Always. Come here. You think say you day wise. Dash it away and bring the next story. Hey, Blakk Rasta, you are too much. Lenche, lenche. Oh, Max Pro. Okay. All right. You think say you day wise. Lenche, lenche. Max Pro. Maximum professionality. No. Muhammad Abdallah says, Nana ne baumia. Yaso mwashe. Nana ne baumia. Yaso mwashe. We have tried you. We know who you are. Joseph Zanu says, Blakk Rasta, welcome. I'm very happy to hear from you today. Good work done and need to be appreciated. He says, more fire. Your son from Alavanyo, Agove, right? In the Volta region. Yeah. Atantugu Asana says, Blakk, has Adum Ochri forgotten about let the retirees go? Where was he? He has now found his voice because he's the IGP. If it's our thief, is that thief? If it's our thief, it's okay. But someone else's thief there, crucify him. I understand you. Gladys Clark says, Blakk Rasta, I hope Ghanaians watch and listen to you. You are fighting for Mother Ghana. Certainly we are. Spread the word, share the broadcast. Many more Ghanaians will see it. Friends, okay. Says, God bless you, boss. Blessed love. Jidefo Dodo. Tibili says, Blakk Rasta, you don't want to read my message. Oh, I've been reading your message. Your message is coming and we read them every time. Thank you so much. We appreciate you and we love you. It's the Black Pot, a.k.a. Koko Showdomo. I thank you for watching and I appreciate you. I never take you for granted. Spread the word, share the broadcast. I love you. Hey! Wayo!